All right. Shalom, y'all. Shalom. Shalom. It's Michael Israel here. Appreciate all y'all tuning in. You're watching Spiritual Combat. We down here in Straightway, Florida. I'm gonna show y'all what we got going on as y'all come in here. We got the brothers of Straightway, Florida out here. We are doing. I'm gonna show y'all what we're doing here in the book first. Let me see if any of y'all know what this is. Hold on. I'll show y'all what we're doing. We are doing this. Let me see. Get it in there good. All right. That's what we're doing today. We are doing air conditioning, servicing, training. That's what we're working on today. Y'all come on in. I'm gonna show y'all what we got going on while y'all come on in there. Um, got the brothers learning how to service air conditioning. Got Shannon here heading up the process, and Chris learning. Chris, of course, Chris rocking the Straightway Florida shirt. Yeah, y'all, that's what we got going here. Is it getting colder? Ooh, dang. It got a bite to it now. All right, so that's what we got going today. We're gonna be doing some more vehicle work. If y'all have, if you've noticed over the past couple weeks, man, we've been doing a lot of vehicle work. We bought what we did out here to get rid of debt and everything. Uh, we traded in or sold our used car. Our newer cars, and we bought used cars. We've been fixing them up, and in the process, I've been kind of just help training the brothers on how to fix, do auto repair and stuff like that. So we've done a lot of work. We've sunk a lot of money getting these cars up to par, but hey, we're not in debt. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, that's what we got going on there. But as you can see by the title of the show, y'all give me a minute here. Yeah, as you can see by the title of the show, there we go. By the title of the show, we are. I've been doing a lot of research on diet and health and stuff like that, healing, as far as with these herbs and stuff like that. And my findings, man, they're really beginning to point in a consistent direction, and that's what we're going to be talking about. Um, you know, what I after doing my hold on one second. Yeah, after doing my research, I began to find consistently that you know, no matter what diet I look at, there's one culprit that keeps coming up that you see there's a lot of shaky information about that's kind of hiding out there. Um, and I'm at the process where I'm getting ready to just conclude all my research because I realize what substance is the true culprit to a lot of the obesity, a lot of heart disease, a lot of diabetes, the you name it. The both the majority of illnesses out there. Okay, so that's what we're gonna be hitting on today. What's it at? Is that 180? 190? All right. Y'all shut it off. Y'all shut the valve off. Okay. Yeah. So just let it sit and just see how cold it stays. All right. So yeah. So there's one culprit at hand when it comes down to a lot of disease and unhealthiness that I've seen that even I can say I myself have bear witness to. I've experienced firsthand myself. Okay, and what's that culprit? Is sugar. Sugar, y'all. Yep, that is uh, what I've found after. What I did is just basically research some of the most extreme. You could call it some of the. I ain't gonna say extreme, but some of the kind of the key types of diets to where you have one diet where called the paleo diet where everything you eat is stuff you get from the outside of the grocery store or the outer parts of the grocery store, the refrigerated parts of the grocery store. So on a paleo diet, you're basically not eating anything that's been processed, basically. So you eat meat, you eat any of your meats, you eat any of your vegetables, you eat any of your dairy stuff, you eat any of your, so it's basically something outside of the store. The paleo diet, kind of abbreviated for Paleolithic diet. Um, then we researched the vegan diet, where you eat vegetarian stuff, plant-based stuff. I kind of lean more where you're eating vegetables, you're eating fruit, produce predominantly. Uh, there's a vegetarian. The difference between vegan and vegetarian: vegetarians don't eat anything that's been killed, so they don't eat meat that's been killed, fish that have been killed, you name it, chickens that have been killed. Anything that they don't eat anything like that. They will eat. A vegan will eat dairy though. They'll eat eggs and stuff like that, but they won't eat. Uh, you know. So I researched that diet. Then of course there's a carnivore diet. I researched that. The pros and cons of that. Okay, but where in all those diets, the things I saw was weight loss. I saw blood pressure decreases. Just a lot of kind of positive things. Inflammation kind of subsiding. I heard some stories, even in the carnivore diet, about people on that diet, people having like heart disease get better. Okay, and then another diet that I left out is the what's that diet called? The ketone ketogenic diet, where you put your body into ketosis, so you don't give your body any carbs, and when you can't give it any carbs, and then when you don't have any carbs, your liver switches over and begins burning fat for energy. So the ketogenic diet, where that diet you'll cut up and you eat a lot of fat. So your breakfast might be eggs with butter, with with steak, with maybe some spinach. Like you can have those type of carbs, but very sparingly. And it's a more fat-based diet. And like I said, consistently I've seen people getting positive results somewhat from that. You know, I will say the most positive, powerful results I've seen and I've witnessed firsthand is a high fruit and vegetable diet. I've seen people, like I've actually dealt with people where I put them on that diet and their lymph nodes started swelling up because their body was detoxing so fast. Okay, so that's the real deal. Like I said, and I do this. Like I actually don't sit here and just talk about stuff. I do it, and I put it through its paces so I can, you know, um, experience firsthand. So, and then again, on top of the vegetarian or vegan or whatever plant-based diet, what you can add in there are the medicinal herbs, and that jumpstarts any process you're going through. Now, these herbs are so powerful, they're going to work regardless whether you're on a sloppy, nasty diet and you're eating all this crap or you're not, you know. But what'll happen if you don't kind of switch your diet over to something more healthy, whatever messed up is going to come back. Okay. But yeah, these diets, they do. I've seen that diet to be the most powerful thing. Now, what I have found in all these diets, one of the things they point at is sugar. Okay. Um, and sugar in particular, because big sugar is powerful. They are powerful. So you see where a lot of people are apprehensive. That's something I noticed in all these, a lot of the stuff I studied. A lot of people were apprehensive of coming directly against big sugar or the sugar industry or the sweetener industry, whatever you want to call it. They're apprehensive about coming against it. So they kind of will throw some stuff out there that, hey, that is where the trouble's at, is with the sugar, but they won't really come hardcore against it. But something funny, I'm going to be posting it too. I'm going to clip it. I'm going to clip this video out and post it because it's so hilarious. But I was watching this black herbalist. It's an old interview. It probably took place back in the 90s. His name is Layla Africa, but he was saying that literally with these factories this, that make this food, that this produce or manufactured food that we eat that has all this added crap and they strip it down, all that. He said literally, he was like, these places function literally like the body. And literally what they do, like for instance, he was talking about a sugar factory. He was like, what happens, the sugar cane comes in the factory and they literally strip all the food off it. And what that factory excretes out, what the poop of the factory is a processed sugar. Because what they do, like if you look at this, is what they're doing, like with sugar cane. And I think I might have told y'all last week, but me and Brother Tony were talking, and he was saying how the people who work in the sugarcane fields eat the sugarcane and continue working all day, and they don't have all these issues that people have from sugar. But if you look at what they do with the sugarcane, they take the sugarcane, they put it through like a press and squeeze all the sugar juice out of it. And then they take that sugar juice and boil it off down to the purified sugar constituent. And then they give that to you, and that's what you use. And that stuff wreaks havoc on your body because they've isolated out just the sweet stuff of it, and it's a toxin. And in a video, this is a documentary that y'all should watch. It's very good. It's called Sugar Coated. Look it up. You can watch it on YouTube for free. In that documentary, they equate where we're at right now with big sugar is where the tobacco industry, where people were at with the tobacco industry back in, I think, like the 70s. They were trying to sound the alarms, but they were quieting it down. And he said it's literally that toxic. He called sugar a toxin. And he said it's that toxic that is that's the type of havoc it wreaks on your body, on the health. And they said when all this suppressed information comes out about how bad this sugar really is and what it's doing to your body, he said, man, he's literally on the level of tobacco. It's a toxin to that degree. Like I said, I've been kind of floating around with my diet and messing around with stuff and eating different things and then waiting and seeing how I feel. And y'all, I'm telling you, like the little conditions I was experiencing in my body is like for the longest they had went away. I was just eating fruit and vegan meals. And then I went back and now boom, go back, eat some sugar, eat flour, eat pizza stuff and stuff like that, and literally watch the weight literally just come right on in the course of 2 or 3 weeks. It's real. And a lot of y'all, when y'all see me at Passover, like here real soon, I'm gonna buckle down on a hardcore diet to eliminate a lot of this stuff. You see me at Passover, uh, depending on what I decide to do, because I might start lifting weights and bulking up, but I'm gonna switch on to basically a vegan fruit diet. And like I said, I'm done. I'm so done. There's so much talking on social media and all that stuff, man. There's so many documentaries. It'll confuse you because you got you got the the grain industry saying it's the meat industry. You got the meat industry saying it's the grain industry, and it's the sugars, whether it's food or this. You got these people pointing at these people, and this diet saying it's this, and this industry saying the meat industry saying it's the fat, and you got to eat lean meats, and the fruit industry saying it's cholesterol and all this stuff. And I'm telling you, y'all, at the end of my research, and when I say research, this ain't just watching videos and reading information. It's actually testing it on myself, watching people who eat this, observing people who eat that, and looking at them, looking at what they're dealing with, talking to people who've been in the hospital for these illnesses, and questioning them about their diets. Knowing firsthand, like my father, his diet and how he ended up. So firsthand, frontline information and experience, and even looking in the Bible, looking at the original diet that we were originally designed to eat. And I'm not on the meat thing. I'm not saying you're going to help you eat meat. We got a debate coming up on that where all that information can be brought out. But at the end of the day, is footwork. Getting in the trenches, looking at what works, looking at obese, out of shape, sick people, looking at people in good health, looking at older people who are obese and out of shape, looking at older people who are in shape and shaking heavy and moving hard and going the right. And then the ultimate is testing it on myself. So that's how I've arrived at where I've arrived at. My goal is to definitely by Feast of Tabernacles slim down, lose all the body fat, maybe have a six pack, which is not hard. It's just a thing of eliminating sugar out of my diet, which I'm going to go into that more. And then the other thing is bulk up some, which that's another simple, easy thing. Simply consuming alfalfa. You will bulk up and put on muscle, weight, and mass. So I'm gonna test it. I'm gonna see what's up. At the end of my research, I am not convinced that meat is the all encompassing evil, diabolical causer of all sickness and disease. I think it does cause some disease, and like I said, seeing these parasites that have come out of people firsthand, like I said, through some of these herbal detoxes, you got to tie it back to the meat. You do. Like I said, I'm not totally hardcore convinced on it yet because I'm gonna do it on myself here soon in the coming weeks. Okay, but you know, I'm beginning to get to the leading edge of health and diet and stuff like that. And there's some stuff like I'm not even gonna talk about on here because I'm not speaking on something I can't confidently speak on. But there's some stuff I'm beginning to see that, I mean, these people are really doing a number on us with they call it the SAD diet, the standard American diet. There's some overwhelming evidence um, on the genocide, the killing that's going on with this, with what they do out here, man. Particularly with anything you buy that's in a box or a bag in these stores or in a container, man. Woo! You gotta be careful out there. Eat it very sparingly. I've told y'all before, man. Something I do when I go in the grocery store, if I see a big, fat, obese, overweight person in the store, what I do is I go look at, I glance over and just look in their cart real quick. And I have never seen to date, I have never seen a big fat obese person in the supermarket without a bunch of sugary stuff in their cart. Sodas, cookies, all this stuff, you know. Um, I can say that there was a time, I remember one time I did go through the line. We were in line and there was an older woman who was she was overweight a little bit. She wasn't obese, but she was overweight. And she did have some healthy stuff in there, you know, in her thing, but she had some questionable stuff too. This, this is just the way I am. I'm always watching and looking and using the senses God gave me to kind of to guide me, you know, along with His word. But at the end of the day, y'all, the conclusion I'm beginning to arrive at, and I'm gonna arrive at in about maybe 2 or 3 weeks, maybe another month. I'm gonna buckle down on this thing and state it. But what I'm arriving at is there is a direct correlation between your consumption of sugar and your health and your weight. Period. You look at an overweight person, you look at somebody who eats a lot of sugar. Now, let me get into the sugar, the fructose sugar, fructose. And again, if you watch that documentary, Sugar Coated, they're going to tell you what they've done because they'll strip the sugar down into the refined sugar, but now they've gotten more insidious with it, and they strip sugar down to the constituents that keep you addicted to it. Okay, and they renamed it like high fructose corn syrup, and there's a section in the documentary where they name all the different names they have for it and the stuff they put it in. Some stuff that will surprise you that they put it in. It might surprise some of y'all. They put it in peanut butter. They put it in ketchup. They put it in. There's a bunch of stuff that you're like, why are they trying to sweeten that up? And it's like what the food industry realized is how addictive sugar is and how they can keep you on their product if they add the sugar in. But again, it's a toxin to your body when they refined it the way they do. The sugar in fruit is different. It's not extracted out and refined like the sugar in a lot of this other stuff. Okay. Um, and it's funny because they call it the same type of sugar, fructose, fructose sugar, but fructose. Um, but it's the sugar in these products. And I've talked about this before. And the grains that they have now, wheat, whole wheat, and all that, the way they genetically modified it to grow, when you consume it, it quickly turns to the same sugar. It actually turns into a glucose, but it's so rich that it goes into your it go what happens when you eat sugar, you take on so much sugar. And y'all, let me know in the comments if the audio is good on here. What happens with the sugar when you eat these sugars, like these refined, super potent, strong sugars? What happens? It's too much sugar for your body. So what your body does, what your liver does, is converts it into fat to store it because it don't need it. It's too much. So you'll eat something. You'll eat some ketchup. You put ketchup on French fries, which French fries is high on the glycemic index. It turns into sugar. So you'll have French fries with put some ketchup on the French fries. You'll have a hamburger. Well, that bun will turn into high glucose sugar. You will have you'll wash it down with some sugary beverage that will turn into the fructose sugar. And what your liver does is converts it into fat. And they were talking about how that creates fatty liver disease. And it, man, they just go all into it. But I'm just keeping it simple for y'all. If you want to test my boast on what I'm saying, cut out, go 40 days, cut out bread, cut out grains, cut out what else? Sugar, sugary drinks, cereals. These cereals are grain. They are brutal on you fat rocks. Cut all that stuff out. Cut sugar out for 40 days. The 40-day sugar challenge. And look at what happens to your weight. That's my boast. Make sure though you understand the type of sugar you need to cook out. Not fruit sugar, that sugar that's in your fruits that you eat. You ain't gotta cut that out. You gotta cut out the sugar that might be in vegetables. But your high glycemic stuff, like you can't eat regular potatoes. You can eat sweet potatoes, but not the regular potatoes. No French fries, none of that. Okay, cut that out for 1 month and watch the fat melt off your ass. Okay? Let me know. All right. Hey y'all, let me know if this let me see. Let me know if my audio's okay. I think this thing's acting up. Y'all just bear with me. All right. So yeah, just do that. Just y'all test it, man. This is real talk, y'all. Um, because like I said, every single place I've looked, everywhere I've looked. And how is it now? Okay, cool. Thanks. Appreciate it. Huh? That, the brothers, I told them how to get AC real cold, and of course they want to master it. These brothers love their cars cold. Down here in Florida, AC is a must. It get 90 plus 100, and it's humid 100. So if you don't want to arrive somewhere soaking wet, it's a little different down here in Florida. And I see that thing, man. I see all the condensation dripping from the bottom of there. That thing working. So, yeah, that's my challenge to y'all, man. 40-day no sugar challenge. You know, I'm gonna put it out there. Who's up for the 40-day no sugar challenge? No sugar, no grain. You know, I'm actually doing an experiment on myself right now. A little bit of sugar and a little bit of grain. I had some granola yesterday with almond milk, but the almond milk was uh, they had sweetened it. It was sweetened. When I started eating, I was like, "Ooh!" I was like, "This tastes too damn good." And I looked at the bottle. Sure enough, they had put refined sugar in it. So yeah, man, let me know if y'all up for that challenge. Take it. That's my boast. I'm all about keeping it 100. Like everybody talking a good game, all these different diet ideas and all that. I'm telling you, go 40 days, no sugar, no grain, and the fat will melt off your ass. That's my boast that I want folks. No, what are your grains? Pastas. You can eat rice, but pastas, uh, cereals, cookies, basically anything in the middle of the store, pretty much. And there's stuff you could get like the rice cakes or something they call them, the puff rice, this stuff. But you got to read, man. If you see, because they hide it. So my recommendation would be watch this. My recommendation would be watch that show. Watch the. It's called Sugar Coated, and it's very good. Our oats. Oats are a complex carbohydrate, but it's a grain. You see? Ah, you'll see, man. You're gonna be like, yo, what the heck do I eat then? Like it'll literally mess you up for a second. And I'm telling you, it's people do 40-day fasts. People do 40-day mono fast on grapes. You see what I'm saying? Or do 40-day. There's people who do 40-day lemonade fast. I'm telling you something that will literally heal 90% issues people have. It will heal obesity. I'm not even you won't even have to go to the gym and the fat will come off. You just go with your regular daily routine, 40-day, no grain, no sugar. Test Mike's boast. This is the conclusion that I'm arriving at with all the talk out here about diets and what's good and what's not. The toxic thing that's in our diet, in my opinion, the most toxic thing that's in our diet right now is sugar and these fake grains. There's certain grains that are good, like amaranth and spelt, and Koya would know them more. And I'm gonna be getting Koya on here to really break down diet to you because she knows about it. Like she cooks, she knows how to cook stuff. And I gave her the green light. There's recipes she gonna be coming out to show y'all that are not only good for you, they actually cleanse and estringe toxins out of your body to where you really won't even have to take herbs. That's coming. That's down the road. But what if y'all know, if y'all follow spiritual combat for any period of time, I don't like talking. Like I'm very action oriented. So if I'm sitting here showing you something that's going to give you the results, and I'm saying go test it. 40 days, no sugar, no grain. Educate yourself on what these grains are. You know, if I say no sugar, no grain, I just literally eliminated the whole middle of the grocery store to you, damn near, with the exception of like rice. Because rice, correct me if I'm wrong, is like the fruit produced by it's a fruit produced by the rice plant. I might be wrong. I'm gonna research it when I get off. All right, Sister Crystal wrote fruit fasting right here. No sugars, no grain. Sister Crystal says she been fruit fasting. So there you go. Sister Crystal, put in the results you've seen with that. Okay? Type them in there. The results you've seen doing it. Testing my boast right here. All right, awesome. And I am going to do that challenge. So Simply Stacy says she's taking me up on it. Okay? My recommendation, Simply Stacy, is watch that documentary that I said to watch, Sugar Coated. Watch. And there's another documentary that's even better about sugar and grains that I'm going to find, and it's very good. They actually talk about how today, if you eat, check this out, this is going to blow y'all's mind. If you eat a spaghetti meal, your typical spaghetti meal. So it's spaghetti with spaghetti sauce. Let's throw in 2 chocolate chip cookies for your dessert, and you're gonna wash it down with some apple juice and some Italian bread. They said it would take you running a triathlon to begin to burn those carbs off there. They said that is how, because they put sugar in the spaghetti sauce. The spaghetti noodles turn into sugar. The cookies, forget about it. And the apple juice, forget about it. There's so much sugar in there. And then, mind you, you got to eat your bread, your Italian bread with it. It is, so if you want to know why there's obesity, there's an epidemic, and why I can effortlessly just keep weight off, is because I'm aware of this trick that's been perpetuated upon humanity with the sugar. And okay, one last thing. If you follow the obesity epidemic and the time scale of that, and you follow how they started putting big food, we'll call it the big food industry, started integrating sugar into all their stuff, which was in the 80s. It's a direct correlation with the obesity epidemic and the amount of sugar they started putting in all these foods. It's crazy. It really follows that. So that'll be in some of these documentaries that I'm gonna put out here too. All right. So Sister Krista she put in there what I asked. She said, I'm on my 3rd fruit fast. I've lost over 30 pounds, reversed diabetic neuropathy, passed 3 different types of parasites, also passed cholesterol plaque buildup. So much more to go. Y'all put a 100 in there. Them is big old sweet sugary fats. 100. Hey, give me that. Give me that. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Hey, look. We got. Hey, look. Y'all know what this is? Watch this. We're gonna break this down. Let me finish reading her. Oh, you getting ready?
Dynamite.
Is there another one? You getting ready? Yeah. Oh, Chris said he wanted to go look at it. Okay. So I'm gonna read this so y'all can see what I'm talking about. It's scary. All right. So look. She put, Sister Sailor, fruit is fine to eat. It's processed. Oh yeah. So yeah, Sister. She said, what if you have sugar drops and crave fruits? Yeah. No, fruit's fine. The way, and that's what I'm getting ready to go into. The way refined sugar hit uh the way your body, like, refined sugar is, let's say it a different way, it's concentrated sugar. It literally it overwhelms your body because it's more than your body needs. So your body immediately stores it, converts it to fat. Your liver converts it to fat and stores it as fat. That's what it does with refined sugar. Don't believe that fat myth that if you eat fat foods with fat in them, that your body's gonna store it as fat. No, when you consume fat, whether it's animal fat or fruit fat, your body breaks that down into amino acid and rebuilds it into what it needs. Sugar, your body takes sugar and converts it into fat to store it because it can't do nothing else with it. Okay. Fruit sugar, your body doesn't use it like that. It's slower burning sugar. It burns slower, and it has a bunch of other things attached to it. So your body doesn't use it like the refined concentrated sugar that they put in the cereals, in the spaghetti sauces, in the ketchups. in the peanut butters, in the breads, in all your grains, because your grains convert into these sugars too. Okay. All right. So I hope I explained that, and I'm glad that some of y'all sisters are taking me up on my 40-day test your boast sugar and grain fast. I'm glad y'all taking me up on it. Shalom, my brother and family. Bless you, June. Bless you. Okay. All right. So what we got here is this, a cereal. Now this is a more, what I would like to do is get something like corn flakes or some of these brand cereals that people think are super healthy. But this is good enough. So what we have, it says, all right. Okay. Wow. What the heck? Man. All right. So this sugar, this cereal here, I'm about to call it damn sugar. This cereal here is called Cinnamon Toast Crunch. They're probably gonna block my damn video for doing this. When you read here, it'll pick it up. Get out of the way. Maybe it'll focus. Anyway, I'll read it to you. It has total carbs, 33 grams. That is buku. That's a lot. Okay? 33 grams. But anyway, it's saying it's 12% of your daily intake per serving. One serving is 1 cup. So if you think about it, when you eat this, when you eat this, when you eat one of these, you're eating 2 cups of it, okay? It says sugar added 12 grams. And what y'all need to do, and this is so good that I'm doing this. What you need to do, this is what I'm gonna do for y'all. I'm gonna go look up. I gotta find that other documentary, because what they did. Do this. Do me a favor. This will be better for you. Because you don't get what I'm saying to you here. Added sugar is a refined sugar. It's saying there's 12 grams added here. Man, I wish I get this thing to focus. Maybe there we go. Y'all see all that? Okay. 12 grams is 12. What you need to look, there's a document. No, this is what you could do. Go online and go in YouTube and you type how much a gram of sugar is visually represented. And they'll show you with sugar cubes so that you can see what 33 grams is of, they'll call it fiber sugar, but it's per serving. You'll see what that is, or total carbs, because these are grain type carbs. So it's basically sugar. And you'll see what that is. And you'll see the representation of how much little sugar you're eating. And they had people, man, like a week, people are consuming like a whole package of sugar, and that literally gets converted to what? Fat, and goes right to your body. So look this up so you see, because this, and then on top of that, it's the milk is adding, for some reason, 14% of it's saying the milk is adding 14% to, okay, of sugar. Now it has whole grain wheat, so that converts into glucose sugar. It has sugar, which converts into fructose sugar, rice flour, which converts into a type of sugar, fructose right here. So that's another type of, I think, a sucrose type sugar. So it has sucrose in it. Maltodextrin, I think that's a type of sugar. It has soy in it. Don't even get me started on that. It has soy lectin in it. So that's real bad. Lectins, that's a type of plant protein that your body has a hard time breaking down. Um, Basically, it's fat in a box. That's what this is. It's fat in a box, literally. Fat and disease in a box. It is, motherfucker, he licking his lips right here, this piece of toast or whatever. So that's pretty brutal. Okay, I'll do another show where I break this down, and I'm also do a show. I'm gonna walk through Publix and I'm gonna walk down the aisles and show y'all all this stuff, man. It's crazy. What somebody said? What do y'all eat for breakfast? Come here, Chris. Chris is eating his breakfast right now.
What you got harder? Got your cereal. Got your eggs right here. This is your sausage, your beef sausage. This is everything you eat wrong here. Good old yellow meat.
He had what Chris is eating is Chris is eating a yellow watermelon. Brother Craig, he part of Straightway Florida. He got a connect for watermelons. So we eat a lot of now on first day we do actually eat a breakfast. I ain't gonna front. I ain't act like I'm Mr. Super Healthy. We do eat a breakfast. Matter of fact, we're gonna go in here and Koya Israel is probably in here at work. Let's see. Here Koya Israel at work. She making a breakfast.
Well, we're making breakfast outside.
Yeah, our stove went down.
So that's the setup.
So these are sausages
We
and
have turkey sausage also.
and turkey sausage as requested by Shannon. So our stove broke, so we're having to cook it out here till they replace it. And we're actually having some eggs and pancakes. But what kind of flour do you try to use?
I try to use spelt flour just because it's easy to digest and it's just better for you overall.
Okay.
But I'm today I'm using King Arthur. That's the next best thing.
Okay. So, but we're gonna be doing some shows about because we're getting ready to radically alter the way some of the meals, the way we do them. Like we're gonna be adding a lot like like you can put plantain in your food while you're cooking so that the food you eat is astringent too. You can also name. Let me ask. Here's the name of something I just found that y'all should look up and start cooking. Corey, what was the name of that vegetable? Cal- cal- yeah, callaloo. Yeah. Okay. So it's called callaloo. It's a vegetable called callaloo, and it literally it cleanses, it extringes, it tonifies, it actually improves your cognition, your thinking, it clears your mind. It's called callaloo. You should look it up. Like I said, Corey's gonna be doing some shows showing if we get ready to really integrate the herbs and the cleansing in the food, so you're not running around drinking teas every 5 minutes. So the food actually cleanses you out and heals you and fills you up and makes you full, you know. Now, in the more extreme cases, you're gonna, or maybe once or twice a year, you're gonna do a full body cleanse and detox. You know what I'm saying? It's just like caring for, you know, you're just doing maintenance on your system. But to just sit here and shovel this, you know what, down your throat and say, oh, it's fine, y'all blessed it, blah, blah, blah. Man, people dying left and right. It's like the greatest killer of all time right now is sugar. Okay? That's big old facts. But what I recommend is go watch that documentary that it's called Sugar Coated. Go watch that. Like I said, test it. Like I said, I eliminated meat, and then I ate a lot of pizzas, and I started gaining weight again. You know, I I've tried this stuff, y'all. I've eliminated dairy, saw how I felt, then brought dairy back in. You know, I've eliminated meat, see how I feel, a little better, and bring it back in. But then when I eliminated sugar and grain, and what I'm doing now is bringing it back in and testing it a little bit to see how I feel. And I literally am feeling stuff that I haven't felt in months since I eliminated. So to me, it's pretty obvious, you know. Um, but like I said, don't talk about it, be about it. Test the boast. My recommendation, if you want to test what I'm saying, because like I said, there's a lot of talking on Facebook, test it. 40 days. No sugar, no grain. You know what I'm saying? That's the route to go. See what it do. Now, let me say this. I'm not sugar and grain free. It's just I eat it very sparing. Very sparing. Um, it is because I don't feel like feeling that. And I like you got celiac disease and man, there's a lot of stuff, man, around grains and sugar that you gotta, you know, and it's not that grain is bad, it's just the grain that they bred, what they did, they bred the grain with a faster, they took a grain that shoots up real fast, but it's shorter, and they bred it with the flour grain from ancient times that we've always had. They crossbred them. So what it ended up becoming was a breed that would shoot up real fast, but it was short, but it still produced the wheat part of the plant that they wanted. What they were trying to do is get it so it could grow quicker and not as tall. So the stalk's not as tall, it grows faster, and it produces the same. So they get the best of both plants, but it makes the glucose content of the wheat high. And like I said, there's a documentary that breaks it all down. And when I find that one, I'll come on here and I'll tell y'all about it, and y'all can watch that. But for now, watch the sugar coated documentary. It's good. Good information, man. It's good. And it's like, I'm gonna test this out a little bit, but when I get off this, I'm expecting some awesome results. So we'll see. We'll see. As far as the meat, like I said, I showed y'all that there's carnivores out there. There's a diet called the carnivore diet. These people have been on meat for 5 years. These people are putting out their blood work, showing what's been done. I'm just me. I kind of switched off meat simply because, hey, originally y'all made us to just eat fruit, so why not do that? What's wrong with that? I'm not getting caught up in all that the other debate stuff that's going on around meat. To me, it just makes simple, basic sense. I see. And then if you look at the way they kill these animals or murder these animals anyway, it's brutal. You look at that crap they put in these stores that they call meat. But hey, only thing you do is test it, man. Like I said, what you do, I tell everybody, man, question everything, and the Bible says, test all things, hold fast to that which is true. That's what you do. So anyway, y'all, if there's no questions, comments, or concerns, I'm gonna wrap this live stream up. I'm gonna see how to. Yeah, I put that up there. It was over here on this side. I'm gonna see how. But before I go, we're gonna see how this AC doing by our AC specialist. Well, I'll tell you what. I know it's doing good because Shannon done barricaded himself in the car. Let me see how cold. Dang. That thing blowing out ice crystals. Okay. All right, y'all. So with that said, y'all, I'm gonna wrap this up. Where can I find the documentary? The documentary is right on YouTube for free. Type in "sugar coated documentary." It's right on YouTube. It's free. So it's a good documentary. But there's an even better one out, and when I find it, I'll let y'all know. All right. Anybody else got any questions? I'm gonna hang around a little bit more. Look, oh, it's up at 200 now. It looks like what's the temperature outside? Time in the car, yeah. Uh, it looks like it could actually come up a little more because it looked like it might be able to come up to 40 or something like that. All right, y'all. Well, anyway, it's been an hour on here. With that said, I'm Michael Israel, head of Straightway Florida down here. And you're watching the Spiritual Combat Show. And with that said, shalom, shalom.